Greetings, and once again, welcome back to the madness. Last time we left off, we had started creating this new oak production area. And in this episode, we are first going to fix a couple of other things before we hopefully continue with these oaks. These oaks produce manure and they will also later be producing bones and blood and various other things. But first, I will need to use up all this landfill that I have in my inventory so that I have some more space. Because I like having more space. Is there a train traffic here again? No, there we go. Good. There's a number of different things we are going to fix. Thank you, robots, for providing me with some more items. I wish you would be a bit more effective, and hopefully we will be able to fix that. Because we need to place out some more roboports, and also we should avoid crashing with the train, which we managed to avoid yet again. It's interesting how we can crash with so many power poles but so little trains. But I'm very grateful. I'm not quite sure how big this needs to be. Well, apparently maybe bigger. Where is our thing? Okay, there it is. Let's aim for that one. Just so that we have a good outline. This is a lot of extra area. I'm sure we will come up with something to do with this sooner or later. What do we have here? Oh, isn't that chromium? How nice. And I guess I still can't shoot this, or I still can't mine it, so I'll just shoot it. There we go. Now that's out of the way. Thank you for the chromium. And thank you very much for the landfill. I do like a nice little landfill production. Rather a nice big landfill production. While I'm at it, I'll just keep using up this landfill. I'm sure we have some more to use if we need to, but I don't have yet a plan for what to do with this area. So I'm just using up the landfill at the moment. Do, 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 do. Thank you. Okay, so one of the issues that we need to fix, which we will get right on, is the issue of roboports. And the issue with the roboports is that we need more of them, essentially. Because basically our what? No power? Are you kidding me? Oh, these ones are not connected to anything, it seems. There we go. How about now? That's better, thank you. Oh, ho, ho. Hi, train. The reason for why we need more robobots is that our dear robots are incredibly slow. And the reason for that is that they need more charging places. And the reason for why they need more charging places is that they are trying to cover a huge area, and that means that they will run out of power. And we actually have a few of these areas that needs Roboport coverage. Because if we look here at the logistics network, and then also if we turn on the worker robots, we can see that they are trying to go this distance, but the problem is that when they come here, they run out of power and stop and go back. Then they recharge, then they come over here again, they run out of power, they stop and they go back. And so it continues. And also this area where I am right now is heavily trafficked by cargo robots trying to give us some items. So they travel along this route between the mall and my parking spot because that's where I have items that they want to pick up. And then they run out of power on their way back, which makes them incredibly slow. So that's something that I desperately want to fix. See, this is why you build machines and have a couple of spaces in between. Because now we can fit a Roboport nicely in here. Good, I think this is enough for this area. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That should be a lot better now. So now we will go down to the wood processing and depot area. But first we will make a little pit stop at our mall. And destroy some power poles along the way. That's even a big power pole and yet I managed to destroy it. Damn it. Ah, dear me. Okay, this is a crowded area of course. So let's go out. And stand over here for a bit. Because I want to stop requesting construction robots for a little while. And it seems like we have a bit of a power problem. Possibly because our roboports are being used quite a bit. The reason for why I want to stop requesting construction robots is because I want to have some more cargo robots. And speaking of cargo robots, I would like to have some more roboports. Do we have a couple of roboports here? Yes, we do. Thank you very much. There it is. It's right next to me and yet I still have problems finding it. And while I'm here, there's something I would like to do here, and that is to actually move all of these items in here to the next warehouse. Because that's where it's probably will be going sooner or later anyway. So it might just well move it there already. Okay, let's see, where are we at? We have a couple of things to fix near the key sulk production as well, but let's deal with that later. Hi robots, I see that you are indeed struggling quite a bit. And now I am struggling also because I would like to have some more electric poles. Ah, damn it. Back to the mall. Even though you can put down some robots without putting down, roboports without putting down electricity for them, it doesn't make it possible for the robots to actually charge at that station, which is the problem I'm trying to solve. So I'm just not looking for the coverage right now. I'm also looking for the possibility to charge the robots. Look at this, a free spot in our quick bar. Why don't we use it? Oh, come on. Thank you. There's some electricity for you. So that's the depot area. Now let's see. Okay, yeah, this should be good. I think I would like to have one on this side first. Ah, bonk. It's alright, some construction robot will fix it sooner or later. Oh, I need to place the roboport as well. Very well. How long can you go past here? A bit further, apparently. God damn it. Sure, how about there? Already has electricity, which is good. Oh dear me. Luckily, now that I place all these roboports, the robots will be able to repair this later on. So I can bump into as many things as I want, which is not going to be a problem. Okay, I think I might want to go down a step here, because this is a heavily trafficked robot area. There we go. And then let's continue in this direction somewhere. Oh, and now we can place it in between two different robots ports here. Excellent. This should hopefully fix some of our robot issues, I believe. So let's just keep it like this for a while and let's see what happens, basically. That's how I figure out in Factorio if there are any problems. I just let it run and see what happens. Because we have way too many things to do to care about this at the moment. So the next... Damn it. God fucking damn it. This is why you should be careful while driving. Don't try this at home. This was not a part of my plan. Oh, come on. Okay, I need to drive more carefully. Speaking of driving, give me a train. This is what happens when I give up on the driving, then I just pick a train. Pick a train, any train. Come and get me, please. And then we'll have to find a place where we have some iron. Which we probably do around here, probably. Because we need some iron in order to fix this ship shooter machine that I broke. Hashtag oops. But oh well. At least we have fixed some things already on my to-do list. Sadly, we just created a new one. Fix the ship shooter machine. Here we go. There's some iron. Actually, I can take all this iron and all this steel. Now I go back to this place, and while I'm moving, let's make a ship shooter machine. Oh dear me. Lots and lots of products needed along the way. So I'll just stay here for a while, and then I will show you something else, which we will deal with sooner or later. As you might remember, I did look into titanium a while ago, but that's not what that's not what I wanted. What's left here? Oh, okay, sure. Because the thing with the titanium... Dear me, how do I fix this? Now instead you will see me working out. So, as I was saying, starting over. One cargo wagon, please. Because cargo wagon requires titanium plates. And titanium plates can be made in a couple of different ways. We currently are using this titanium grade 3 recipe. Then there's titanium grade 4, and then there's molten titanium, which is very interesting. And let's see, okay, that's not how I wanted to do it. This is where I want to add it. Titanium grade 4 and titanium, molten titanium. There we go. Now we can easily compare later which recipe to use. But first, ship shooter machine. Dear me. Let's see what else is there that I want to do. Okay, we'll get back to the Helmod and the titanium later. First, I would like to avoid wasting too much tailings. Which I plan on fixing by creating... Let's go for a big tank. Big tank of tailings. Let's see, where is this? Okay, yes, this is where I would like to use this tank. Because here we have the sinkhole. And actually this might be a bit overkill to have this huge tank, but if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, as they say. So then, let's see, we will use a pump under the condition that this has a lot of tailings, say more than 90k. Tailings more than 90,000, thank you. Then and only then you can void the tailings in the sinkhole. Thank you very much. The reason I do this is because now I have a condition of 90% instead of just 80%, which the overflow pipes are using. As we can see, we can still have quite a lot of benzene here. I would, however, like to have another destructive distillation column for these things. Looking back at the titanium plates, the question I would like to know is how much titanium do I need? How much titanium ore do I need in order to produce these things? So here we have an option with 260 titanium ore. That's the option we are currently using, I believe. So looking at the other option, and let's see. This is basically the same recipe. The only difference is that we add another step to the production, to the chain. And then we change from using 260 to 198 titanium plates, which is a good step forward. And then there is this recipe, which uses hot air and a lot of dear me. This uses quite a bit of different products. Such as titanium pulp and stuff. And here we only use 40 titanium ore. So that's quite the difference. So naturally I would like to upgrade to this new recipe at some point. But that will not happen today, unfortunately, because we have way too many other things to do, as usual. So let's see here if we can connect these things. I believe these pipes should be connected. And it helps if it can get some input. One input, two outputs. One input, two outputs. Looks good. Perfect. So we can use this usage detector, which is still tracking copper plates for I don't know how long, to check on tailings. 28% goes to copper cable, 12% goes to small parts. Okay, sure. Now let's keep it running at tailings, and then after a while we can see how much of the tailings are we putting to the void, which means how much tailings are we basically getting rid of. Very well, another thing checked, fixed, taken care of, dealt with. Now let's head over to the key sulk production, where we are going to fix a couple of things. Most importantly, providing carbon dioxide. Because we need some carbon dioxide for, I think it's for the AUG food production. So here we are producing biomass. Then we should say high pressure furnace. And please make some biomass into carbon dioxide. There we are getting some carbon dioxide. Now we just need to fix a provider station for this, which we should be able to do over here somewhere. Which also gives us a perfect opportunity of finishing, oh god damn it, finishing this part of the rail structure. Now I'm sure that you can go somewhere at least, which is all I ask. Room. Thank you. Logistic train stop and a tank. Let's use an ordinary 550k. It says 5k, but it's really 50k. I don't get that. Or, now I get it actually, because sometime Factorio changed so that 1 unit of fluid became 10 units of fluid. So it's 10 units of fluid is actually 1 liter, if I'm not mistaken. And if you are American, you might not know how much a liter is, but seriously, I don't get that American strange system. Well, I mean, I have learned approximately how much a gallon is. I think 1 gallon is like 2.8 liters, 3.8 something. Let's see, what should this be called? It should be called key sulk production, and it should be called carbon dioxide provider. Then we just need to move this tank into the correct position and use a couple of pumps. And pipes. And electricity. And a constant combinator. Please consider this a train length of maximum 2 and provide threshold 25,000. And most important importantly, no, actually nothing more. Now I just need to connect these things. To tell LTN that, hey, provide whatever is in these thingies. Whatever is in these tanks. Okay, there's the carbon dioxide. Good. Now that should keep it busy for quite a while. Hello robots, how nice of you to come visit me. Right. Oh, one more thing. Actually, one more thing. I forgot one thing. Damn it. Okay, let's hurry up and drive against the traffic while we can. It's dangerous, but YOLO. So what we also would like to do here is also on this old station that we have is to set a provider priority of -100. The reason for this is that this production is completely standalone, and as such we want to prioritize other things first so that we actually consume other stuff that might need to be consumed before we provide this. But we still have it as a provider. Okay. Oh dear me. Now something else that we would like to do is to provide Sogna bacteria, which we have a production of in this area. Let's put it over here somewhere. Should work. And the reason for why I would like to provide Sogna bacteria is naturally that we want to provide this later on. Sogna bacteria provider. This naturally also needs a pie tank and a couple of pumps. And I would prefer if I could walk a bit faster here, thank you. So the Sogna bacteria that we would like to provide is over here. Oh dear me. Give me pipes, I want pipes. Let's literally run and get some pipes. Here we have some pipes. Thank you. So slow. Thank you. So these pipes should go up to this new provider station we just built, naturally. Pie tank, thank you. Pump. Actually, here it might be a bit dangerous to have one of these pumps that go inside the machine, because we have other consumers in this area as well. Good. Constant combinator. Let's copy this one. $25K. Actually, this should not have the request priority, provide priority of -100, so it should just have a provide threshold of 25K. Good. Now we can go back to the oaks, I think. Or actually, before that, once again, a little while ago, we started making, or we finished the research of sea sponges. And even though I don't have like all the things I need in order to produce sea sponges, I would still like to produce 2 of them, because that's what I will need to kickstart the production of them later on. Sea sponge codex. And I'm guessing that I will need 4 of them. So I need a couple of more circuit boards. I believe I should have that. Approximately here somewhere. Thank you, circuit boards. Sea sponge codex, thank you. Then we will need a couple of steel chests. And we will need... No, this is enough science pack. Good. Ah, stretch. My back is hurting a bit. Not sure what I have been doing, either sitting still too much or might be some training exercise pain for not enough stretching. Then later we also need to fix this area, because here we only have one factory producing barrels, where it would be very helpful to have 2, because these 2 barrels needs to, or well, these barrels need to be split up between both this oak paddock over here and the manure production up here. There we go. That should start that processing. Now I would like to know if there is more than or equal to 2 over here. Because then I would like to produce sea sponges. Do I have... Oh right, I didn't need to put all of those in here. Sea sponge codex. So then I just need to move the DNA samples. And I will need a couple of biosamples. I need more biosamples actually. And some poor alien samples. like that. Here I have the cDNA as well. Okay, great. Now we can get back to that once the production of it is ready. Come on. Oh, thank you. Alright, so now we are heading finally to the AUG production. After 40 minutes of doing a lot of other stuff. Now we can finish off what we did last time. So an automated factory, please, is what we will need, and we will need it down here somewhere. Somewhere like this. Because let's see here. This has empty barrel, right? Yes. So please give me empty barrel. To the left. While the others can continue. Then we will... Actually, I think this belt just leads to the barrel production, right? I'm pretty sure it does that. No? Oh, it's for cages. I'm stupid. Ah, god damn it. Okay, putting this back. It's for cages. Right. Hold on. I would like you to go up here. And then you can go over here. And then we can cut off this belt, because this is where we get some barrels coming in from the top, which we no longer need, because we would like to separate the barrels, so that each area has its own barrels, more or less. Instead of me handcrafting the barrels, why not do something like this? Barrel. Have around like 125 of them, please. Thank you very much. That's better. Oops, here you made this. Said you made those. Thank you. Good. Now we should be getting some more AUGs. So here we have the carbon dioxide pipe. I actually have a request here for biomass. Good. Problem solved. Then that one doesn't need any carbon dioxide. Now I would like to have a couple of slaughterhouses, which naturally requires titanium plates. The thing that we don't have that much of. Exactly that thing. But hopefully, maybe somewhere we can find some. I really need to fix this little area so that I have some more rails. That way I wouldn't have to go around this entire place just to get to my parking spot, but sure, why not go around? So let's see, here we have a couple of titanium plates, how nice. Do we have any more titanium plates maybe here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Oh, did I forget something else? Yes, engines. Engines, naturally. Where do I have engines? I have engines over here. Now, how about only one slaughterhouse? Simple circuit boards. Always them simple circuit boards. Oh, so the goal of this AUG processing is to make improved fungal substrate, which will give us a lot more Faugaia, which will give us more iron ore, among other things, actually. I think iron ore will be one of the first things I will set it up for. Slaughterhouse. What else do I need? Small parts. Okay, two slaughterhouses. That's a good start at least. I have a feeling I will be coming and going and walking up and down here quite a bit. Thank you. So, slaughterhouses. How about putting up some residency over here? Choose your next victim. Oaks. Recipe. Not bone meal, not meat, not brains. I would like blood, and I would like... Oh, those things are ready. I hope at least. Yes, those things are ready. Yeah, I'm coming. Yes, I'm on my way. dear, we're still having some electricity problems. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now we take these two things and put them inside here. And then we need some more biosamples. 10 more biosamples, please. Which we don't have here. And oh, now I'm walking so slowly again. Biosamples. I believe those are approximately over here. Hello, biosamples. I'm just going to steal you. Or sample you. Or something. Not sure if this is a shortcut or not, actually. I hope it is. Ten biosamples, and now if you will please let me know when there is more than or equal to 2 here. Then I can come back for you. How are we doing with belts? I probably need some more belts. I always need some more belts. I usually need some more belts. Caged dog, caged dog. Great. Now then, please. You may sort of maybe possibly export this blood, although I am planning on making some of it into urea, because I think that I'm missing quite a bit of urea. Room. Oh, perfect. Oh boy. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think. I hope. But I might be wrong. I have been wrong before. Oh dear. That seems to take a bit of time. And this too. But oh well. So now I would like to have a logistic train stop here. Actually 2 of them. One for fluid and one for items. And I seem to have a pie tank here already. Now then, let's see where we can put this up. This should be an intersection, shouldn't it? I believe it should. I believe it should be one of those intersections. Hold on. is in the way? Is there anything in the way? No. Well, except for the water over to the east, of course, but I don't care about that at the moment. Oh. Okay, let's make this a train switch area. Already? Damn. Yes, yes. I'm starting to understand how Cinderella is feeling. Hey, train. Get over here, please. Thank you. And please go over there, sort of, approximately. Where I can pick up my freshly made sea sponges. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you. Good! These sea sponges will be able to produce borax later on. Well, as soon as I start producing them, actually. And I am very much looking forward to that, although borax is probably not one of the things we are lacking the most of at the moment. We are lacking titanium for research, primarily. One over there and one over here. Do I have a couple of engines? I actually do. I love big electric poles. Okay, so this only produces cages, and this produces cages and boats. So let's see. Now I would very much like to have a warehouse over here where I will use a little classic requester and provider system, please. That does not stand well there. Let's put it over here. So bones. I would like to fill this up with about 1,000 bones. And then I would like some more big electric poles, please. Because big electric poles are very useful. Okay, let's see. put it over there. Red wire, please. Which also needs to be connected to the warehouse so that we know how much we actually have. And then we can use a condition on this belt and say that when we are missing bones, please output some bones. And then we can move this around something like this. And here we need to have a splitter to separate the cages, because all the cages need to be recycled. Uh-oh. I'm having an odd number of underground belts. Why is this happening to me? Don't like that. Oh, are you kidding me? Why do I not have any iron? Please tell me why I do not have any iron. I love you, LTN. If you don't have any iron, then you just go to the nearest station that is requesting iron, and there you find that, oh wow, here we had some iron. Okay, now those should be reconsumed, the cages, which will allow us to produce more cages, and yeah, exactly, more caged oaks. Oh, here we have a couple of them already. Let's use them up. So this blood is doing a good job, it seems. But I would like to have some urea out of this blood, please. What else can we use blood for? Quite a bit of things, actually. So then I should probably provide this blood over here. Atomizer. Oh dear, we don't have nickel, we don't have titanium. Okay, alright, I'll just leave it at that and deal with that on another point. So this should be providing us with a somewhat steady supply of bones, is the idea. And we need to make this a multi-provider. Excellent. And these bones is one step closer to improved fungal substrate, which will be incredibly useful. Oh dear. So we have water barrels over there, and we have water barrels over here. Good. So how about we take a look at this little AUG food production, because I have a feeling that that's where I would like to use or request some carbon dioxide. Because I suspect that I don't quite have enough there. Yeah. 75. What is missing? We're missing moss because we are missing carbon dioxide. Exactly. So in order to fix this, fine, I'll use another kind of tank. If we can't make the tank we want to use, then we'll just make another one. Another kind. Oh dear, this is going to be quite a distance, it seems. But that's okay, we have plenty of underground pipes. Where is my tank? There it is. This one actually looks a bit better than the other ones we are usually using. Green wires. And please remember that this is a maximum train length of 2 and it is a provider threshold of 25,000. And that's about it. No, it's not a provider threshold. It's requester, which means that it is a provide threshold of 10 million, which means that it's never gonna happen. And then you can have a request threshold maybe of 20,000. And please request carbon dioxide. And you may request like 30,000 of it. There you go. Anyway. Some electricity for you. And once this fluid comes, we need somewhere to send it, naturally. And in order to prevent the fluids from... it's possibly already... Let's see, we don't want to have a loop here. So what we will do is to use or actually 2 underflow valves. One from this direction and one from this direction. And then we will just hope it works. And it helps if this pump goes in the right direction, which in this case is upwards, not downwards. Then this should start producing some more moss. Which in turn should provide us with some more AUG food, which should provide us with more oaks, and the cycle is started again. Phew. So if we look at the sea sponges that we just made, we can use those directly to make raw borax, but we would like to use them to make sea sponge sprouts, which in turn can be used to get more seed sponges, which we then can use. So this will require some Sogna bacteria and some tailings. And tailings we have quite a lot of, I believe. As long as it doesn't say that it's missing in LTN, which it doesn't. And Sogna bacteria, which we provided earlier in this episode, we are lacking a bit of actually. Why is it that we are lacking Sogna bacteria? Because we are lacking wood. Why are we lacking wood? Because we are not making wood fast enough. Actually, we seem to be missing some carbon dioxide here in the wood production area. Which seems to be because we need more high pressure furnaces, which requires copper plate. So that's a problem that was easily identifiable and can be fixed quite easily, so I'm just going to fix it. No to-dos needed this time. Copper plates. High pressure furnace. Making a couple of them. Why is it that I don't have... duralumin, of course. Oh, look at that. We are just getting some wood. How great is that? Excellent. Now the question is if this one will be able to keep up. But I actually think that it will. It looks like it. So this should, keyword should, provide us with a lot more carbon dioxide, which should provide us with more wood, which should make everything so much better. And while we are here, we can actually also start providing some logs. Because as you might recall, there was some recipe we looked at earlier which actually required logs. And therefore, we basically need to provide logs. hopefully not that many, but a bunch. I believe it's used in parts of the process for fungal substrate. And speaking of logs, do we have any better recipe for this? We can use tailings, we can... Oh, fertilizer might be interesting actually. Fertilizer is really interesting because that's only 10 seconds. So it's really quick compared to the 30 seconds that we're using now. Jesus. It eliminates the requirement of carbon dioxide, which is also nice. It does require manure and bacteria and biomass, which is not very nice, but I still think that it is definitely worth it, especially considering that we will be able to get more iron plates and stuff. So we will need to keep an eye on our lamp production probably in the near future, because it's a very important ingredient in all of the plantations and farmings and whatever. But with this out of the way, I shall say thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again in the next episode, where we will hopefully continue working with some oaks and make use, possibly maybe make those improved fungal substrates. We might work a bit with titanium production, at least set up another factory in this area just to get one step better. We might start planting some borax from sea sponges, maybe some arcades, which we still have here and have had here for quite a while. So, yeah, I will just be taking my train to my parking spot so I know where to find me, more or less. It feels like we have done quite a lot in this episode. I actually managed to finish more or less all the to-do items that I had planned. So thank you for watching and see you next time.